Okay, welcome everybody. This is actually the first official meeting of the newly reorganized Outreach Committee. And I'll explain to you what that means because some of you haven't been on the committee before, and of course, others of you have. Recently, Georgia used to be part of the Southeast region. And we've grown so much and we're doing such great things that they decided to make us our own region. And so now Kelly and Kirsten are regional directors instead of regional leaders. And that has a little bit of extra, responsibility, extra clout. And since they'll have other responsibilities, we've kind of come up with a leadership pyramid in Georgia. Kelly and Kirsten being at the top of the pyramid as regional directors. And then the next line below is Cheryl and I, who are the outreach leaders, and Gilad, who is on here now, is doing the matching and handling portal issues. So that's who you'll be dealing with those things. And then Alyssa, who will be joining us in a little bit, is our PR and social media person. You'll see her posting a lot, and you'll see, I don't know whether you were, let's see, I don't know whether you were on Facebook page, but lately we've had some great coverage on TV, and that is with the of Alyssa, who in her real job is in the media field. So that's really helpful to us. So it's the two of them at the top. Hi there. How are you?
Hi, good, it's Nancy.
Hi, Nancy. I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. So it's Kirsten and Kelly on the top, and then Cheryl and I and Gilad and Alyssa. And then below Cheryl and I is our newly formed county coordinators. And there are a few of you here, which is great. And I think we're up to 12 or 14 in the group, and I'm still working on getting others. We have a lot of counties in Georgia that we have absolutely no volunteers in, and that's something we'll have to work on. But the ones that we do have volunteers in, we're trying to get a coordinator for each county. In addition to those coordinators, we also have what we're calling strategic outreach leads in certain areas. Marilyn is the strategic outreach lead for veterans. She's going to take over the veterans drop, and she's what we hope to do with veterans and seniors. We have a person, Kim Peterson, is going to be reaching out to senior groups to see how we can most help them. And each of them are going to work in their area to see what best works, like for Maryland, for veterans. And then once we feel it out in our area, we're going to roll it out in all the counties. So we'll give you like a plan on how to reach out to veterans facilities and, get the flyers out there, or do lasagna drops like I did today. So I think it's going to be a great plan, and I think we are definitely the first group in, I think, nationally to do this. Outreach is a really big part of Georgia. Here's Alyssa, everybody. Alyssa's our PR and social media person. Hello. We got a bunch of the new county coordinators with us, so I'm really excited. So let me just go down the list real quick. Becky's in Clark County, so that's Athens area, and she's fairly new to Lasagna Love, but jumped right in and was willing to help us with that area. Tanya is Coweta County. And I think we got you somebody else in Coweta County to maybe help you. I hope so. Joy. Yep. I hope so. And if we get any other people, like today, somebody dropped off lasagnas to me. This is for Nancy. And she wants to get more involved and she wants to do outreach. So we're going to put her to work. I'll connect you with her. She wants to work on foster care. So we may do another strategic outreach lead in foster. She knows about foster homes where we could get the caregiver in the home to request meals once a month to be delivered to the homes. Any foster care family, we would love to be able to serve them meals. And this is something we can do in any county. A lot of times we test it out here and then we'll roll it out to the other counties after we see how to do it and the best way to do it. But do not ever think that you can't just take an idea and run with it. That would make me extremely happy. So I'm not going to micromanage. I think I told Nancy this. I want you to do, you know, your area is best, and I want you to do what is best in your area. If you need any help and support from us, we are certainly here to, you know, to help you. Any materials that you need, we'll be here for that. Let me think, who else do we have? Nancy Calzone has taken over North Fulton County. Fulton County is a very crazy long county, and so I haven't yet found anybody for South Atlanta, which would be from Buckhead down through the southern areas of Atlanta. Let's see, Lily's on here. Lily is that Apple iPhone 11 on there, and Lily and Jill are doing Gwinnett County, and that's a biggie because we have a lot of requests in Gwinnett and not too many volunteers, so that they're going to work hard on that, and I feel certain that we'll see a turnaround in that. Let's see, those people aren't here. I think I got everybody that's here, but we got somebody from Spalding County, White County, Wilkinson, Jones County, DeKalb, Douglas County, Fayette County, and Paulding. So we've got a pretty good area covered. I wanted to show you what I came up with. Let me try to share the screen, see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to come up with an outreach update sheet. I don't really have it ready yet, so I'll send you the link when it's ready. But basically, you're each going to have a page. I started filling mine out just to show you what I had in mind. You know, you put your county and then what city or town you're working in on outreach, any contacts you made, Facebook posts, and you'll see at the bottom each of your names. And you can do whatever you want with your page. You can set it up however you want. You can change the tops. If you need any help with doing your page, I'm happy to do it. But this way, at least I have some idea of what everybody's doing. I'm not saying you have to put every single thing you do, just kind of a broad, you know, a broad update on what you're doing. I don't want to feel like I have to email you and say, so what's up, what's happening in your area? Whenever you feel like you have something you want to add to that sheet, just go for it. And
So does this replace the one we were doing before?
you mean for Kirsten?
Yeah, I mean, we had one that we were doing by counties. Are we not going to use that one? We're going to use this one instead?
I think so. I think so. But if Kirsten comes on, we'll ask her.
Because it's duplicate information.
Right. And I'm not sure, like I had a lot of trouble with that form, putting in zip codes for everything. I think for me to be the one to be looking at it, it'll make it easier for me to just see your notes and know what you're working on. The other thing that you
Will
can do,
will our information that we entered on that, is that gonna come over to your sheet, or we're gonna
I
have
don't
to?
know, we'll ask Kirsten when she comes on. Kelly, do you know?
Okay, all right.
Do you know if we're gonna keep that format that Kirsten had where everybody put in their email addresses that they were doing outreach in?
I'm not sure how she wanted to track it, but we can ask her when she joins.
Yeah,
I think she should be
and-
coming on in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and we'll whatever it is, we'll make sure that you all are made aware of it. But it will be helpful to know. And if you want to look at other people's pages to get ideas of what they're doing, I think that would be okay with all of you, would it?
Oh, yeah.
Share your info with the other coordinators.
Be fine.
I'm really, really, really proud of what we've accomplished in Georgia as far as outreach goes. We already have a reputation, don't we, Kelly, for outreach. And I don't really have any background in this or really any knowledge about outreach. I just know that when I started doing this back in the beginning of October, I had no matches. And I was like, well, what should I do about it? And I answer emails in the National Volunteer Support email, and I get emails all the time from people who want their names taken off the list, want to be removed from the group because they're not getting any matches. And it drives me crazy because I want people to know that they just can't sit back and wait to get a match, that you have to be proactive and you have to do the work to get the requests and the nominations. And so it all started with me selfishly wanting matches for me in Alpharetta, and it turned into so much more. And now we just work on it in every state. I want to share another screenshot with you. I don't know how many of you have already seen these maps. Can you see it?
Mhm.
So this happens to be a map of like Cobb County, Smyrna, Mableton, Austell. The blue dots are requests. The purple dots are volunteers. This is for a specific week. But just to give you an example, we would think that we would have like so many volunteers there, and we don't. So I look at a map like this, or I look at one of your maps and I say, oh, well, we know exactly what work we have to do in this part of the county. And so anytime you want a map like that of your area, you just let me know. And it goes weekly. So what might be last week would be different this week because different chefs have different schedules. Some are monthly, some are every other week. So when I send you a map, it's strictly a map for that week, but it can give you a really good idea of what's going on in your area.
Is there a way that you could just send those to us weekly on an automatic basis without requesting? I mean, I'd like to see it weekly.
Well, what am I sending you a map of? If you're
Well, I
doing
mean,
veterans?
I think I have like, I have Covington, Conyers, and some of those kind of places.
Okay, you're still working on those even with the veterans position?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah, there's
Okay.
not,
Okay. No, I can definitely do
And
that.
how,
Or
how are we gonna map the veterans? How are we gonna do that?
how are we going to do what?
I mean, how are we going to track the progress made with veterans? I mean, that's not really a map thing, is it? I don't know.
No, it's not a map thing. The map is strictly to tell you whether in your area you're looking for
Area,
volunteers
yeah.
or,
I'm just wondering how we're
requests.
gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about that one.
It's really interesting. When I do outreach, I always like to know that my outreach is working out. You know, like sometimes on Facebook when I do a post, somebody will say, "This is great. I just volunteered." And so I know that I was responsible for that person.
Right.
But you don't always know that unless you go to an area that really has nobody. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I just did something. They are putting in a national outreach expansion team, and I think she was giving me a little bit of test about it. The person who contacted me, and she gave me Central Indiana. I don't know anything about Central Indiana. She
It's
gave
very
me,
flat.
yeah. She gave me the map of Central Indiana, and she said, "Show me what you can do with this map." That was last Friday. So I went on, I picked 5 towns that had, and you can do this in your areas. I picked 5 towns on the map that had requests, but no volunteers. And I got into Facebook groups, large Facebook groups in each of those towns. I wrote emails to each Rotary Club and Chamber of Commerce in each of those towns. And I have those letters if you need them. And by today, and the only way I know this is because nobody else was doing outreach in that area at all. They don't have a regional leader there. They don't have any volunteers. I found out today that from one of the towns that I was earmarking, they got National got a media request. They also got 3 volunteers in one of the towns and 1 volunteer in another. I got contacted by one of the Rotary clubs and one of the Chamber of Commerce. Now, that never happens to me that I actually know what's going on. But if you have towns in your area that you can earmark like that, then you'll know, because once those requests start, you know, the volunteers start coming in or the requests start coming in, and you'll see it in the next week's map, then you'll know that you're reaching people. But otherwise, you just have to do it. And if you send out, if you do, you know, a post once a month and you get 5 new volunteers, that's great. So don't have high expectations, and then whatever you get is going to be just, you know, a cherry on top. So if you already don't have that outreach guide that I put together and the social media sample posts, you're welcome to those. Just let me know if you have them. And I'm going to stop for a second and take any questions, because I know I'm throwing a lot at you.
Yeah, I think it might be helpful to maybe see what you guys have questions about, or maybe how to get started. Good places to start, like you said, Rotary clubs, churches, what to send them. I think it would be good to open the floor and see if you guys have any questions or ideas you want to bounce off of us.
No, everybody's good. Well, I'm going to share the screen again if I can find this. Well, just to give you an example, like this is the sample guide for social media posts, and it's outreach for volunteers. It also has outreach for requests, outreach for both. You know, always put an eye-catching picture with it. This is the kind of thing that, you know, that I have that, you know, I can send you if you need it. It's
If you could send that, that would be great. I mean, is it posted? It's not posted anywhere, is that correct?
No, not these. I can send these. Oh, Lily's writing. I did outreach on Facebook for Gwinnett. Did you notice any more volunteers? Galit, did we have any more volunteers in Gwinnett this week? Do you have any idea? Did we have any easier time with deliveries? I don't know if she heard me. She's there. Lily, I'll find that out for you and I will let you know.
So I just want to jump in there. I am in North Fulton, and most of my matches have been in Gwinnett. So that because North Fulton, we have a lot. I think Lynn has said we have the most volunteers with the fewest requests. Like our volunteers outnumber our requests. And so mine are always in Gwinnett. So I'm always driving about 20 minutes away. So, I would be happy to partner with Lily and Jill a little bit with Gwinnett and getting our, lasagnas over to you and to help with that.
That would be great.
Yeah, because
That
I think with, one of the things with North Fulton, it is a wealthier area. And so there aren't as much need. The need is there. I think we still need to work on getting, finding the need. But I think we have a lot of people here who are willing to volunteer who, but I've put their thing for like 5 miles around or 10 miles,
Mhm.
So, and I know Lynn, we're doing this week, sent out that email. I got that email. I haven't heard from anybody yet where we're offering to take their lasagnas and deliver them across the, state, basically.
Yeah, we're trying to work down the backlog we have of requests in certain areas where we don't have volunteers. And so this week we emptied out all the lasagnas we had and people took them, like Sandra took a bunch to Gainesville. There was somebody who was going to Columbia, another Tanya, who took a whole slew down. I'm going to Florida in the middle of June and I'm going to see what I can do like in Valdosta or in that area down on my way to Florida.
Good thought.
And so this summer, and I just put this in the welcome letter to the new people and we'll have to get the word out to everybody else. This summer, instead of doing a lot of the big partnerships we do in Atlanta, we're going to work in June and July on getting those requests taken care of that are longstanding. And, we want to just get meals out to everybody who's been waiting, whether it means we drive 50 miles or not. And I think in some of the other areas, like for Becky and for Tanya, we might have to do something like that for you too. But we'll talk more about that maybe at the next meeting.
Do we know if we have anybody over in like Baldwin, Hancock, Putnam County?
I don't even think I have those on the list. Let's see.
That'd be like Milledgeville, Eatonton.
There's no I have no people in Baldwin. What was the other one?
Hancock, Putnam.
Nobody in Hancock and nobody in Putnam.
Do we have requests down in that area?
I'm not sure. I wish Galit was. Galit, are you listening?
I am listening. I'm so
Okay.
sorry, but I'm in line at the gas station. I've been here for a couple hours.
Yes.
So.
Oh no. No. Do you know whether we have any requests in like is it Eaton?
Milledgeville.
Milledgeville. Did any of those sound familiar? I can go on the map afterward.
Those don't sound familiar. If you keep hitting me with cities, I can kind of let you know.
Mhm.
All right.
I mean,
well,
I think that's another issue that she just brought up. I mean, I got gas today at $4.39 a
Mhm.
gallon. I
mhm,
mean, this is going to affect deliveries. I mean, I'm not
no
driving
question.
100 miles with
No.
gas prices.
No. And from
Well,
what
that
I
should be hopefully the gas situation will be under control in a week or so, and we can,
Yes,
obviously lasagnas,
yeah.
your
That's
family
what
is the priority.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that is the case. Um, yeah, that would change everything if we can't get gas.
And I think that at least the gas places I went to today, they're limiting it to, it's that expensive and you can only buy $20 worth of gas.
mm,
So people are having to go to multiple gas stations.
yeah, wow. Um, I want to, to be very accessible to you guys. And if you have any questions at any time, I think you all know how to reach me. And I'm happy to get materials to you. I'm happy to get maps to you. I'm happy to, provide you with whatever you need. And I really, really can't tell you how much I appreciate your doing this, because up until recently, I was pretty much the only one doing this. And then we started this committee, and it's been really, really helpful. But we have so much more work to do. Lasagna Love will not be able to survive without us, without outreach. There's just no way. It's like critical, crucial, important. So what you're doing is, making it possible for Lasagna Love to continue. And I get really emotional about this, because it's been, such a meaningful thing for me. And I know you're all committed the same way. So I really,
We
really
love you, Lynn. You're the best.
thanks a lot. So we're gonna do a good job, and we're gonna make, Georgia proud of us. So thank you all very much.
The country is proud of us, I think.
I think so.
Georgia.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think we're, we're definitely a model for the rest of the country. And there are a lot of states and groups that don't have any kind of, they just have their leaders, and their leaders are trying to do everything, and they're really getting burned out. And so they need to have, they need to delegate the responsibility a little bit. And that's what we're doing. And I'm very happy to delegate the responsibility. And I can't believe the kind of people that we found, like sight unseen. It's great. It's great. You're all going to be great. And Sandra, do you want to be a coordinator, or do you want to help whoever I find to be the coordinator? You don't have to tell me now. You can,
Yeah, okay,
you text me, but if you
I will.
you always come to meetings and you're so helpful, and if you would like to do it, we would love to have you. And if you don't want the responsibility, we still want you to be on the committee, and you'll just work with whomever accepts the
Okay,
coordinator job.
okay.
So
I have a quick question for Marilyn. Marilyn, you're going to be doing the veterans, right?
Right.
Okay. Are you going to organize, like I saw that there was a big veterans where, we brought a bunch of lasagnas to a post or something. Are you
Right.
going to be doing more of that?
Yes, I mean, I hope to do more of that. Or we've got to, and I mean, I'm taking this from both places. I'm taking it from, people that we're going to deliver lasagnas to. But, I'm hoping with some of these veterans organizations, I can also recruit some chefs,
Mhm.
Mhm.
to, and say, and, what I'm trying to figure out is, I think that if we can recruit some chefs from organizations, they may be willing to deliver to veterans organizations,
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and so that we can build a chef base, from that group that can be targeted.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, we've got this one group that's 10 minutes from me.
Mhm.
But I'm also very close to a VA hospital.
Oh, wow, okay.
I drive by a VA hospital every day.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
We need to get some flyers to the hospitals so
Yeah,
that they can give them
there
to.
are so many,
Mhm.
veterans organizations to be targeted. I
Well,
mean,
that's why we needed a
yeah,
strategic outreach person for that.
yeah. So, I mean, I
Before-
think that, I mean, that and seniors, I mean, I think, both of those are really fertile grounds for both deliveries and recruiting
Mhm.
shifts.
Before we go, Alyssa, did you want to say anything to them about how they should handle, PR situations? I've been telling people if they, you know, have anything that they want to send to a newspaper or anything like that, they can get your help on that. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure, absolutely. A little bit about me first, I guess, for anybody who doesn't know, I work in the news business. I currently work for USA Today full time. Before that, I was a reporter in local news for almost 10 years. So I'm really comfortable talking to media and coaching people on how to talk to media. So if you ever get that opportunity and you want a little refreshing course or pep talk before you do it, I can certainly help you do that. It's really not as scary as it sounds, and it could be a lot of fun and very useful to spreading the word about what we do. Kelly and Kirsten have been the people right now who have been talking to WSB and WXIA and things like that most frequently, but we would love for our volunteers and people who aren't maybe in like leadership positions to do that more, because they're the real people on the ground helping us feed families. So if you guys ever have that opportunity or are even interested in doing that and having a camera come to your home and watch you cook and talk to you a little bit about why you're doing this, please raise your hand and let me know, because those are the stories that always do the best and get the most traction and resonate with more people, and hopefully will result in more volunteers signing up, which is what we're all about, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Facebook. I'll drop my email in here. I'm always willing to help spread those stories, or just help if you ever get the opportunity to talk to a paper or a TV station.
I think, don't you have a press kit that you're working on?
Yes, good. Yes, thank you. So I am working on a press kit, which means it's like a public link that I send to reporters, producers. It has a one sheet about Georgia Lasagna Love, what we do, what we're about, how many volunteers we have, how many people we fed, and I will also soon include video and photos that they can use if they even just want to post a web story about us. And so, you're kind of wrapping it up in a bow for them to make it really easy to post on their website if they don't necessarily come to your house and do a whole news package. Like, I don't know if you've seen the ones recently. So that's something that I have been working on putting together. The one sheet is written. Lynn sent me some great video. Kirsten and Kelly have sent me some great stuff. So we're still putting that together as well to send out to the masses. And that also leads me to, I was going to say at the end, if you have any local people, local papers in your area, Marilyn, I think you did send me a couple.
I've got two of them sitting here that, I mean, are there any stock articles, or can I send you the names of the papers, or how do we do
Yes.
that?
And if you have connections with them, maybe I'll just
I don't. I just picked them up and read that
Okay.
you can submit articles.
No, please send to me. I will get right on that. I did reach out to a couple smaller reporters. I don't know if that was you who sent those to me before, but I haven't heard back from them yet. I've been kind of, stalking them a little bit. Yeah, that is something. If you guys see anybody in your neighborhoods, in your towns, or know anybody that works in news, please point them in my direction, or just let me know if you have a connection with them. I'll send you that press kit, or, you know, maybe we can figure out a way to make that readily available to anybody somehow on the Facebook page or something. Because it's just such a huge help when you kind of just hand them everything that they need to talk about us.
That's great.
So, yeah,
That's great.
it's fun. I'm excited. I hope it gets the word out, and we're able to get more people signed up, and obviously more families fed in the process. So,
We will. I mean, there's no question we will.
yeah.
Tell me, what time is a good time for our next meeting? We're trying all different times. We've done noon, we did 5 o'clock. I think we've done 10 in the morning or 11. Just generally, is there a time that is best for you guys? Or
Go ahead, Tanya.
I work at our local school system, so I'm not even available till 5 o'clock.
okay.
This time is great for me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Maybe we'll try like a 7 o'clock meeting one time, so that it's not right at dinner time, but people that work, you know, have time to get home. We can try that next time. And I'm thinking once a month is enough for meetings. I don't want to overburden you with a lot of meetings, but I think it's important that we get together, see each other's faces and share ideas, and hopefully we'll get some different people that are available to come next time as well.
I think 7 p.m. is great. I think someone said in the chat as well, 7 p.m. works great for them too.
Okay, great.
So.
I'm glad you're reading the chat, because I always forget to do that. But
Becky says that the pipeline is reopening at the moment.
that's awesome.
She got a news notification, so that's great.
Good job.
People are thanking you, Lynn, for everything you do.
She sounds like a reporter now, doesn't she?
Breaking news.
Right.
And I don't know who the Apple iPhone 11 is, but they are saying
That's
that.
Lily.
Oh, hi. So
Yeah.
she says she did outreach in Gwinnett on Facebook, and she was wondering if there were any more volunteers that signed up from Gwinnett.
We'll have to get that from Gilad. She's off now. But
Okay.
I'll try to get that information, Lily.
Okay.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. I really appreciate your coming. I'm so glad to see the new faces that I've been emailing with, and we never saw each other before. So that's really great.
Does anybody have a cocktail or a glass of wine or something? We could all cheers together. No? Oh, look at that martini.
Wow.
Oh,
All
I
right.
love it. Cheers.
Here's
Cheers
to
to
Georgia.
everybody for what you do.
so happy to have you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thanks, Lynn, for leading
Thanks,
this.
everybody.
Oh, you're
Thanks,
welcome.
Lynn.
Feel better, Kelly. Hi,
Thank
Vivi.
you.
Hey, babe.
Bye.
Bye.